All right, this is the Math Models Unit 2 Lesson 9 video. This is just really taking you through kind of like the process of solving math problems. So it's kind of a strange lesson. It just kind of helps you start to think about solving problems in a particular kind of way. And so I'm really just going to walk us through these problems. They're expecting you to kind of take what you learned in lesson 8 and kind of apply it here. But I think it'd be helpful for me to just kind of like walk through these problems as best we can together. So I'm going to kind of talk through the process and what you should be thinking as you approach problems like this. And then we'll kind of get the answer together. So it says here, a room is twice as long as it is wide. Okay, so first things first, let's deal with that. So we know that in a rectangle, right, we have the length and the width. And they're saying that the room length is twice its width. So in other words, 2 times W equals L. So that is the expression that you need to get from that sentence. And that is kind of the key to solving the problem, because then it says, write an expression for the area of the room. Now we already know that the area of the room is length times width. That's the area of rectangles. So that's one piece of information you need to solve this. But then also we know that the length is equal to 2 width. So if I want to, I can take 2W and I can put it here. In other words, 2W times W. So again, I'm taking the L, replacing it with 2W, and then I'm working that out. And so then the final thing I get is that the area is equal to 2W squared. And you can see there we have that answer here for answer choice D. Oops. And then it says, what is the area if the perimeter is 36 feet? It says that the perimeter of the shape is 36 feet. So now they're kind of making us go back again and say, okay, what could the lengths of these sides be? So we know that the perimeter is going to be 2L plus 2W. So specifically, we already know that L is equal to 2W. So we actually need to do the same thing we did down below and take 2W and put it in for the L right there. So if we do that, we get 2 times 2W plus 2W. We work that all the way out, we get 4W plus 2W, also known as 6W. So the perimeter is equal to 6W, and the area we already found down below. So we know that the perimeter is 36. So if 36 equals 6W, then that means that, and I'm running out of room here, let's jump over here, 36 equals 6W. That if I divide both sides by 6, I get W equals 6. So that's key. Now that I know that W equals 6, I can take that and put it back up here. So W is 6, and then L is equal to 2 times 6, 2 times W. So L is equal to 12. And so then I have everything I need, because I know that 6 times 12 is 72. And so that would be my answer for the second part of this answer. And there's a lot of work there on that page. You can kind of see these are pretty challenging problems, but I want to kind of just walk through each one the way I just did that one. Number 2, the circumference of the base of a 5-foot high cylinder is 46 inches. So we have circumference of the base is 46 inches. And the height of the whole thing is 5 feet. Now, we have one dimension in inches and one in feet. So we actually need to go ahead and convert feet into inches. We know that there are 12 inches in each foot. So 5 feet is equal to 60 inches. That's going to be the H, 60. What is the volume of the cylinder? Okay, what is the volume of the cylinder? Well, we know that the circumference is 46, and that the formula for circumference, I'm going to just erase this and write it in a different spot. We know the formula for circumference is 2 pi r, and r circumference is 46. So 46 equals 2 pi r. So if I divide both sides of the equation by 2 pi, that will give me r. So we need to calculate 46 divided by 2 pi. I realized I made a mistake, so I'm going to go back here, and we're going to do 46 divided by 2 pi was actually 7.32. Let me actually fix that again. Let's try to get this written better. Sorry about that, everybody. 7.32. So that's the value we're going to use for our radius. So jumping over to do this work, see if I can just fit this right here. Volume equals pi times 7.32 squared times 60. So we'll go over here. I kind of need to fix some of the work I did over here. So let's see what we have. We have pi times 7.32 squared times 60. And we get 10,100. And there is our answer right here. So that's our answer for number 2. You can see how much of a process I even made a mistake, and I had to go back and fix my mistake and go back and fix part of the video. So you can see it's not, sometimes you really have to check yourself. If you get the wrong answer, go back and check what you did. Number 3 is a little bit easier. Mr. East is taking his class to see a movie. Remember the days of going to the movies? Student tickets are $10 each, and food and beverages will be an additional $4.75 per student. So that means for each student it costs 10 plus 4.75. So that means that the total cost for a student to go to the movie is $14.75 per student. Now, I got that because I didn't even know what the problem was yet, but I do know that is something that's going to be important. It says there are 32 students. So if we multiply that times 32 students, we'll get the answer. So 1475 okay. Let's see, we got 1475. Oops. Let's go down to the next line. There we go. 1475 times 32 students. And we get $472. And there's our answer right here. All right. It says Carl has a new job making $8.25 an hour. He worked 16.75 hours last week. He also has deductions of $6.25 for Social Security and $1.45 for unemployment insurance. This is a really strange problem. This is something you're going to cover in the following unit, so I don't know why they're introducing this now, but I'll help you walk through it. So we know that he makes $8.25 per hour, and he worked 16.75 hours last week. We need to multiply those two numbers. 8.25 times 16.75 is 138.19. We'll round up. 138.19. There are two deductions. We need to multiply that two different ways. You need to multiply it times 0.0625 for the percent of Social Security, and then again times 0.0145 for the unemployment insurance. And then those two things need to be subtracted from the original. So we're going to do 138.19 minus each of those. So let's go and do that. 138.19 138.19 times 0.00625, and we get 863. So we're going to subtract 863, and then we're also going to subtract same number times 0.145, and we get $2 flat. So we have $2 there. So when I subtract those finally, 138.19, 138.19 minus, minus 863 minus 2. We get 127.56 or 55. That's the closest answer right there. 127.56, which is closest to that answer choice there. All right, last one coming up here. Two more. Nia has college costs of $75 per credit hour, and average textbook cost is $125 per course. The semester she's taking 6 college courses for 18 credit hours. How much for her tuition and books cost? So there are 18 hours times $75 per hour, and there are 6 courses times $125 per course, and then we need to add those two answers together. I'm going to let you finish that one out. Got that pretty much set up for you. Multiply those two and add up the answers. Then it says Nia plans on spending $2,100 per semester for the next 4 years and for tuition and books, and will be living on campus for an additional $2,975 per semester. What will it cost her for all 4 years? So we need to add first $2,100 plus $2,975. Get that answer. Then we need to multiply that times 8 semesters, because that's the one per semester cost. So multiply that answer times the number of semesters, and let me erase that. So you get that answer multiplied times 8 semester, and that is going to be your final answer that you get. So again, I'm getting you set up. I'll let you finish that one on your own. And that's it for lesson 9.